about that bus driver. He wasn't taking no shit. Straight uppercut that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that bitch, I ain't talking about a dude. I'm talking about a bitch. Straight up, man. He had to regulate it. He had to let her know what time it is. I'll have a link to the video in the description box. But just to give you a quick recap, I don't really know what started the situation, but I can tell you what escalated it. It was this girl arguing with the bus driver. Now, when I first got wind of this story, it was actually through the Young Turks. And on the Young Turks, the clip that they were looking at was from the perspective of, like, let's just say, you know what I mean, how can I do this on the camera? You got the bus driver like somewhere over here, right? And then you got like a bitch standing off to the side talking shit at the bus driver like that. You know what I'm saying? So the perspective of the camera was more so like behind the bus driver. But then there was also another person, if you can imagine, blocking the view like this. You know what I mean? But just from off at a distance. So long story short, you know what I'm saying? They basically having a dirty dozens back and forth. Or you ugly, or you stupid, or I'll fight, you know. And the bus driver was like, you know, bitch, be quiet, get behind the yellow line, you know? Then the girl talking about, I whoop your ass, this, and that. And he's like, I should get my daughter to whoop your ass. No, matter of fact, I should get my granddaughter to whoop your ass. And he was saying something like, bitch, you know, you so ugly, your face look like it's been cut up by razor blades, and got the whole bus laughing. I mean, everybody more than anything. I mean, they're concerned that there's all of this arguing going on, but at the same time, they laughing and having fun. Now, allegedly, and I can't tell from the film, that the girl has spit at the bus driver. Now, that's the one part that I can't see. Some people are saying that it happened. I can't really say if it happened for sure, because again, I can't tell from the film. But what I could tell from that first film was that even though the guy in the yellow jacket was blocking the view of where the bus driver was at, I noticed like there was a reflection. There was a reflection on the wall where you could see the front of the bus. So when the girl disappeared in front of the guy that was blocking the view of the camera, you could actually see a reflection of what looked like hands coming across towards the bus driver. That's when the bus driver pulled over the bus, was like, oh, you going to jail now, bitch, you going to jail. And that was when he just snapped and just uppercutted her ass, grabbed her by her hair, threw her around, and they started going at it, so people had to break them apart, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, TYT was trying to say, oh, well, you know, you can't really tell if he hit her. Fuck that. There's a second video that somebody uploaded that I saw. The second video now is from the perspective of the other side of the bus, where you can see towards the bus driver. You know what I'm saying? So now you're looking at it further back. You can see the back of the girl with her ponytail, running her mouth, talking all kind of shit. And then when it got to that point of her, you actually saw her lunge at the bus driver. I don't know if she hit him, punched him, pushed him, whatever. But she went past the yellow line, made contact with him, and then that was when he just, I mean, almost like, you remember that video game Punch Out where it was like Little Mac, he just, I mean, just clocked her ass bad. You know what I'm saying? To the point where they had to break it up. But the fucked up part is that, man, see, this is one of the things that bothers me about this story, man, is that, man, this guy lost his job now. You know what I'm saying? Behind all this bullshit. And he's an older dude, so he might have fucked up his pension and his retirement and all kinds of shit. All because this bitch, and that's what I call her, a dumb bitch, want to open her mouth and start talking all kind of shit like she big and she bad and she rough and she tough and how, you know what I'm saying, I'll kick your ass, and go spit in the dude's face and push him and all that shit. Listen, I was raised a certain kind of way I know you ain't supposed to put your hands on women, but fuck that bullshit. This is 2012, and this situation should be a public service announcement for all you dumb bitches. Alright? Listen, know your motherfucking role. I understand you from the hood. Like, you know, life is rough. You gotta be rough and tough, you know what I'm saying, to protect yourself or whatever. But what you gotta understand is that if you start provoking a situation like a fight, or you're agitating somebody, especially a man, you know what I'm saying? Most dudes ain't gonna hit you. But if you provoke a dude enough, and if you put your hands on a dude, you're running the risk of getting fucked up. Cause that's just how it works. I mean, if the bus driver would have uppercutted a 120-pound man, nobody would have gave a fuck, right? But because he uppercutted a 120-pound woman, how could he hit her? No, because she was being a dumb bitch and he had to regulate. Plus, you gotta consider this. You gotta consider the fact that he is a public transportation provider. You know what I'm saying? He's driving the bus. A bus can be a very big, dangerous vehicle, man. So while she's talking all this shit and putting her hands on him or potentially spitting on him, and what if he loses control of the bus? Now he's crashing into other vehicles. Or what if he veers towards the sidewalk and he crashes into a tree, or he starts running people over by accident? Or what if he just, he's approaching a red light, but he's so angry and so flustered, he just flies through the red light and gets T-boned by traffic. Now it's a major fucking accident. He's at risk of getting hurt. She's at risk of getting hurt. All the passengers in the back are at risk of getting hurt. All of this drama and bullshit because this dumb bitch wanna run her mouth trying to act all hard, trying to act all gangster. So you know what, bus driver, I salute you. And look, like I said, I don't condone domestic violence and bullying people and abusing women. But goddamn it, women need to be held accountable for some of the shit they do, especially when it comes to talking shit, abusing men, or abusing children. They do it just as much as men do, and it's time that, you know what I'm saying, we start addressing that shit. And hey, if it leads to knocking a bitch out, well then fuck it, knock a bitch out, man. I'm sorry, but salute you, bus driver, man. I hope you're able to get another job. And to that dumb bitch, nah, I don't feel sorry for you. I'm glad you got knocked the fuck out. Maybe next time you stop talking all that dumb shit.